Hello, how are you
Hello,
both?
how are you? I hope you are doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Magda ji and Rekha ji. Are you also there?
Yes, I'm very well. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, so let's begin today's session. Let's sit in any comfortable pose and close your eyes. We will begin with Om together. Take a deep breath in. Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Bend your head forward and pray to the God for today's practice, for today's energy. Open your eyes while blinking. And namaste to everyone. Everyone, please turn on your camera so that we can discuss all together. And I also want to see your posture. How do you do? Thank you, Jane. Okay, so let's, yesterday we talked about mobility and stability that we have got in our body. And today we are going to go further to your forward bend. Okay, so there we do have different forward bend, sitting forward bend, standing forward bend, wide leg forward bend. The main purpose of forward bend is to have that extension on your back of your body. I mean, on your hamstring, on your lower back, on your butt, all the way around on the posterior group of muscle. So this is your anterior group of muscle. This is your posterior group of muscle, whichever is there behind your back. Okay. So there we do have different two forward bends, standing forward bend and sitting forward bend. So which one you feel more effective? Which one you feel more intense? Which one you feel that preparatory one? Like in the beginning, what we are supposed to do? Sitting forward bend or standing forward bend? What do you feel like?
Standing.
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 Standing. And other? Yes, Jane, what do you feel like?
Stand best for me.
So what makes you say that that standing forward bend is your preparatory one, or that is going to give you?
Because it's part of the sun salutation where you start your practice.
This is our salutation. Very nice. What do you think? Might be the first. Okay, I'm just a minute.
I can't hear you.
Yes, Magda, what makes you say that that standing forward bend is your preparatory one?
I just feel more comfortable when bending for the first time during the day from standing pose, then from sitting pose.
Yes, see, in the standing forward bend, we do have center of the gravity is very less, but in sitting forward bend, that segment of your leg or segment of your center of your body is divided. Extending your leg forward, extend forward into Dandasana. Yes, everyone, please extend your legs forward into Dandasana. The movement when you are bending forward towards your toes in the sitting forward bend, your body, your center of the body is divided in different. It's divided from your knee. It will be divided into different. It will be divided different, and from your heel, this is also going to be divided differently. Okay. So what does it mean? In the standing forward bend, the center of the gravity is pointed, but in sitting forward bend, center of the gravity is divided. Okay, so this is also why we usually in the beginning we start forward bending from the standing. Okay, we do not directly get into this Paschimottanasana. We do not directly get into Janu Sirsasana or other poses. Okay, but in the standing forward bend, this is going to give you nice extension on your hamstring, on your butt, on your lower back all together. Okay, and what is the main purpose of doing that forward bend? Is it just to have a stretch only on your hamstring, or is it just to have a stretch only on your back of your knee? Like it's very hard to get down and grab your toes in the forward bend, right? So what are we looking for? Are we looking for that stretch on our hamstring, or are we looking for the stretch only on our back of your knee?
I think we're looking for both, yeah?
We are looking for both, like hamstring stretch. And what about your spine?
Yeah, spine is the most important, of course. Yeah.
Spine is the most important part. Yeah, that's right. See, in the standing forward bend, even after, if you cannot grab your toes, you have to feel that extension on your lower back, on your butts, not only on your hamstring. Hamstring stretch that can be easily done, or hamstring that you can easily find. But lower back stretch, your butt stretch, that is going to be very difficult to find. Okay, so in the beginning, make sure you're having that extension on your lower back, on your butts. Butts means your outer hip, the glutes maximus, minimus, and medius. All together, you will have that stretch. And then after, we'll go further to our hamstring, not directly to your hamstring, then your butts to your lower back. It will be opposite sequence from your lower back to your butts, butts to your hamstring. Okay, so one more tendency we do have in this forward bend, or that muscle, one tendency of the muscle is it never gets stretched from the origin point. It always stretch from the insertion point. Let's suppose this is your stretch, this is your origin point, this is your insertion point. Okay, if you're stretching your muscles, this will stretch from this side, not from the origin point. Most of the stretch that you usually find in your back of your knee, not on the middle of your hamstring. Did you understand what I'm here?
I think because the internet in and out, I missed some of it. Sorry. I don't know if that was the same for Magda and Rika.
Yeah, could you please repeat, because we haven't heard you properly?
Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So as I said that the muscle stretch that always happens to your insertion point, not on your origin point. Okay. And for an instance, if you're bending forward, the maximum stretch we usually find in our back of our knee, not in the middle of our hamstring or not on the top of our hamstring. Okay, the same thing is going to happen to your lower back, same thing going to happen to your hips. Okay, so that is why we are not directly getting into your hamstring stretch. We will get into our hip stretch and lower back stretch. Let's suppose we are doing forward bend. Okay, so
because when you're using that this jargons like hemispring and things like that, so which I don't really understand in full because I don't really know all the meanings of these hemisprings and that kind of thing.
Hamstring.
Not just that, like all these like proper names.
Insertion or origin point.
Yeah, that kind of things. Yeah.
Okay, origin means your starting point and insertion means your ending point. Okay, so
Okay.
we usually have that stretch on at the end of the point, not in the insertion point, not on the origin point. All right.
Okay.
So I want you to do the forward bend so that I can look at you and I will tell you that how you are going to modify that and how you can start to deepen that posture. Okay, yes, everyone please get to the posture.
Forward.
Okay, let's start. Bend forward from your hip joint. Yes. So where are you feeling that stretch?
Feel it in my hips.
On your hips. Where else?
A little bit back of my knees.
Back of your knee. What about your lower back? Are you having that stretch on your lower back?
I don't really. I have only on my knees.
Only on your knees. Okay. See, we can easily find that stretch on our hamstring, but we are losing that stretch from our lower back. So
What is hemispring?
Hamstring? Hamstring is your back of your thigh muscles. जो आपकी thigh के पीछे muscles है उसको hamstring बोलते हैं.
Okay.
ठीक है. तो आपको कहाँ पे stretch है? Where are you feeling that stretch?
Back and this area.
Okay, this is your hamstring. Okay.
Back. Yeah.
तो ये hamstring में stretch आ रहा है.
Here.
यहाँ पे stretch, yeah, little bit stretch you will find in your calf muscles or calf muscles. This is called calf muscles. ठीक है. And are you feeling that stretch on your butts, on your hips?
No, just back. The back side here.
Okay, on your lower back. Okay, on your lower back and your back of your knee. So we are supposed to have that stretch all the way around, like on your lower back, on your hips, on your hamstring too. But if you're having that stretch only on the one region, like your hamstring only, or only on your lower back, or only on your butts, that means we need to collaborate all of them together. Okay. So how we are going to do? First of all, just maintain the little gap between your both feet, like open your legs hip width apart and press your outer edges of your feet on the floor. Yes, outer edges of your feet means if your feet are like this, so you just need to turn your feet slight in and keep your heels slight apart. Your heels slight apart or open your legs hip width apart.
Like this?
Yes. And then just all the way come up high, stretch your arms over the head. Right. And from here, now push your hips back. First, push your hips back. Keep pushing your hips back. And then try to bend forward and keep looking up high. Keep looking up high. Keep looking up high. Extend your arms over the head. Very nice. Straighten your knees. Straighten your elbows. Keep bending. So as long as your spine is straight, you can bend down. The moment when it start to make hump on your back, you have to stop right there. Okay, if you're making hump, you have to stop right there. You just need to bend forward as long as your spine is straight. Then just look forward. No need to look down. No need to look down. Just look forward and then lower your hands down. Very nice. Now from here, slightly bend your knees. Slightly bend your knees and try to touch your abdomen on your thighs. Just bend your knees and look front. Yes, Jane, bend your knees. And then keep looking forward. And still, if you're not feeling that stretch on your butts, if you're not feeling that stretch, that means you are not rotating your legs inward. What you need to do, rotate your legs inward, not only your feet. You're rotating your feet, rotate from your top of your femur bone or top of your thigh bone. Rotate your hip in and then open up your chest. Not just only rotate your feet, you just need to rotate your leg. Rotate your leg in.
What do you mean?
Just look at here. So here, when I'm rotating my leg inward, it's going to be like this. If I'm just rotating my feet inward, it is going to be like this.
Can't see
Okay.
it.
You need to rotate your legs inward like this. Understood?
Like this.
Yes, slide in, not too much, slide in.
Okay.
Okay. Now bend your knees, adjust your abdomen on your thighs, and then rotate your hips in. Bend your
Hands down.
hands down. Yes. And then look front, chest open. And are you feeling that extension on your hips right now?
Yes.
Pull your chest up, pull your chest up, pull your chest up. As long
Just
as you can keep that.
just
thigh.
on the thighs, it's really painful. Not on the, not everywhere. Here it's really painful.
Yes, hands on the floor, You're doing chair pose, slightly bend, do not bend too much. Here, Rekha ji, slightly bend. And then keep your hands on the floor and then look forward. So you have to sustain this extension of your spine. The moment when you are bending forward or you are flexing your spine, you will start to make hump and you will not have that extension on your lower back. Okay, now release. Now release all the way, come up high. Okay, in order to maximize that stretch in your in this forward bend, you can always use blocks. You can always use height from the floor. Let's suppose you are, for an instance, if you are nearby to the bed or nearby the table. If you are nearby the table, just stand right there. Okay. Just take a 1 arm distance from there. Take a 1 arm distance. Okay. Now stretch your arms over the head. And then push your hips back first. In the beginning, push your hips back away from the center align of your body. Now place your hand on the bed, wherever is there, on your table or on the ये रेखा जी, find the table, और ये पीछे आपकी टेबल है शायद. Yes. Now place your hand and then bend your knees, slightly bend your knees, and then pull your chest up. Pull your chest up and then look front in between your hands and keep pulling up high. Slightly more bend your knees and then feel that extension on your butts. See, the purpose is to feel that extension on your posterior group of muscles. Now, the moment when you're bending your knees, it is going to be more extended because you're increasing the angle. You're actually decreasing the angle, but the muscle around there is extending. Okay. Everyone, please look at Jane or Magda. Yes, everyone, just look at each other. Then you will understand. If you look at Jane, how she's doing now, her thigh bone and her abdomen is getting close to each other, but the muscles around there is going to extend. Okay, so that is the main purpose of doing this forward bend. If you are extending your leg, extend your leg, Jane. See, what did you understand by this? Now she's not extending that much. Okay, she's not extending that much from her hip joint. her hip her hip muscles is not going to be extended that much when she's extending her leg. Okay, because she's bending into half a lookup. If she was bent all the way forward, at the time it could be more intense. Okay, so what's that mean? When you're going for the forward bend, first of all, just understand that stretch we are supposed to have only on our butts. Once you have good stretch on your butts, once you have enough flexibility on your butts, then it's going to be very easy to get down into forward bend with a straight spine. Okay, Magda, as you did it so well. You all did it so well. So that's how we are going to do forward bend.
If you keep practicing in a table, is it going to get better?
Yes, it's going to give you nice stretch. It's not going to give you only stretch. It will be in sequence, and it will give like within a month or within a 2 month, you will be enough flexible to keep your spine straight while bending forward.
Keep your spine straight while bending forward with the knee bend as well.
Yeah, slight bend is fine. Slight bend, and then keep your hands on the table. Very nice. And try to look up high.
Backwards.
Look up high. Yes. Push your hips back. Push your hips back. Push it, not feet. Only push your hips back. Push your hips back. Very nice. And look front in between your hands. And lower your chest down. Lower your chest down. Very nice. Reach your hips up. Do not bend your hips. Just reach your hips up. अपने hips को ऊपर ले जाइए and chest को नीचे लाइए. Chest को नीचे लाइए. Very nice. Keep stretching. Again. Reach your hips up. Bend forward. Reach your hips up. Bend forward. या हिप्स को ऊपर ले आना है और चेस्ट को नीचे लाना है. आगे देखिए, आगे देखिए, आगे देखिए. टेबल को और पीछे ले आइए, और पीछे. वेरी नाइस. एंड देन होल्ड. सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डेवलप आवर स्ट्रेचेस.
So legs like this.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you just keep on practicing on this posture, then your spine will get straight. Then after you can go for that hamstring stretch. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions about this forward bend, you may ask now. Okay, so whatever you want to write down, you may write down, and then we'll go further. Okay, so let's go further. Okay, so as I said, when you're bending forward, you have to always rotate your legs inward. This is a tendency of our body. Okay, if you're rotating your legs outward, if you keep them into neutral position, it will not allow you to get deepen into the posture. Okay, so if you're bending forward, make sure you're rotating your legs inward. But if you're bending back, you have to rotate your legs outward. Okay,
Bending
this is the
back
tendency.
outside.
Outside means this is the external rotation, this is the internal rotation of your leg. When you're making your toes pointed, this is the external rotation. When you're rotating your legs inward, this is your internal rotation. Okay. So that's how we are going to do this. Let's suppose you're doing back bend. How do you do back bend? Like Urdhva Hastasana, when you take your hands up over the head, how do you do this? Let me see your this back bend. Now take your arms up. Yeah, I can see Jane. Yes, take your arms up over the head and then bend back. Very nice. So now exhale, release, 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 release. Okay. So do you find difficulty to get in this posture?
Yes.
How many of you do find difficulty there? Yes, Jane, did you find any difficulty to get there?
I don't, but I feel like I might over bend. I've got to try and stabilize.
Engaging your core.
Yeah.
Stabilize by engaging your core. Very nice. And you, Magda?
No, I don't find it difficult.
Okay. So, and one more person, iPhone. Okay. So when you're bending from the lumbar region, see, as I told you yesterday, we do have stability in a lumbar region. If you have stability, it's going to be very hard. See, we do have stability in our knee joint, but if I'm bending, if I cannot extend further than this, because there we do have limited range of motion. I cannot extend my hand further than this. But if it is moving further than this, it is your hyperextension of your elbow. Okay, so the same thing happens to your lower back. You can bend easily, like as you bend Magda and Jane, you are bending back. You cannot go further than this. If you are going further than this, it means you do have hyperextension in your spine. Okay, so what's that mean? If you're extending your elbow further than this, it's going to be somewhere get hurt, right? The same thing happens to your lower back until unless it's warmed, or until unless it has enough, enough. If your lower back has not done like enough preparatory posture, then it's going to be hard to hold there into this region. I see. Okay. I don't know your name, but okay, iPhone. If you want to ask any question, you may write. Okay, then we'll go further. Okay, so when you're bending back from the lumbar region, you may have felt a lot of compression in your lower back, right? So when the moment when you take your arms up without engaging your abdomen, without stabilizing your butt, it's going to be very hard to hold there, because all of your lower back vertebra is going to be squeezed. Your muscle does not allow you to get more further down, and you may fall into injury. Okay, so how are we going to develop, or how are we going to modify this posture? Do you have any idea?
Bend the knees slightly.
Bend the knee slightly. Yes, you may slightly bend the knee.
And
what else?
And pull the hips forward.
Pull the hips forward. Pull the hips forward. Can you show me how? Okay. So again, you will have a lot of compression in your lower back. So that we are going to avoid. Okay. So this is also fine. I don't say like it's wrong, but in the beginning, it's going to be very tough for those who cannot bend back. Okay. So let's modify this posture. Okay, Rekha ji, please stand up straight. Just look at her, everyone. Stand up straight.
Stand up.
No, you everyone look at her. She will do. Okay. Now, okay, Priya ji. Now turn your face left. Yes. And then take your arms up. Just take your arms up. Do not bend. Just take your arms up. Now, without moving your hips, make an arch on your back. Without moving your hips. Just take your hands back and look front. Just now look at her, how she's bending. She's bending from her thoracic region. She's not like, her lower back is not playing any role over here. She's bending from a thoracic region. As I told you yesterday, we do have mobility in our thoracic region. If you're bending from a thoracic region, there is no harm to bend. But if you're bending directly from a lumbar region, maybe you fall into injury that we are going to avoid. After, like, when we grow, then our structure of our body that gets stiff, and like it becomes more stiff and stiff. So that, like,
Are we supposed to bend from our hip area?
not from the hip area, just bend from the thoracic region, from the
Okay.
upper body, like this.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do it one more time. Everyone, please sit up straight. Sit on your back. Sit on your mat. So now understand. If you're taking your arms up, take your hands up over the head, and then bend your elbows, and then rotate your hands outward, and then pull your chest up. Keep pulling your chest up. Keep pulling high while inhaling. Inhale and pull your chest up. Keep pull up high. Where are you feeling that extension? Here on your thoracic region. So this is your thoracic region that we are supposed to stretch. And we are not like, your lower back is not playing any role over here when you're bending back, right? The same thing we are going to do while standing. Okay, so let's stand up straight. Now take your hands up over the head, and then without, bend your elbows and then open up your chest. Bend your elbows and try to open up your chest. Pull up high. Do not push your hips forward. Very nice. And make a nice arch on your back. And try to, while inhaling, you will feel that that pull from your abdomen, and you will feel that extension on your thoracic region, on your chest. So that's how we are going to bend. Inhale, just keep opening. Exhale there. Again, inhale, pull up high. Look up high to the ceiling. And then exhale there. Again, pull up high, open. And then exhale, release. Okay, now interlock your fingers behind your back. And then push your hands away from your butts. Just pull your chest up and then lift your head up. Do not push your hips forward. Keep pulling high. अपने हाथों को नीचे करिए. Push your hands down towards the floor. And then pull your chest up. Very nice. And then look up high. Again, see, when you're stretching your shoulder blades are also going to be combined. Okay, what's that mean? If you're moving your shoulders back, your shoulder blades also going to be drawn inward. Okay, so here, if you're moving your shoulder blades, your thoracic region will also automatically start to rotate. It will start to move. So that is how, whenever you're bending back, make sure you're rotating your shoulders, you're pulling your chest high, and you will have that extension only on here. We are not supposed to transfer our body weight to your lower back, because in the lower back, if it gets into injury, then we'll have so many problems, because the maximum back problem we do have in our lower back, like sciatica, slip disc, as I told you yesterday, or other problems. Okay, always remember to open from your thoracic region. You have got nice cat, Jane. The same color you have got, black, and you white. Is also white. Do you both have same eyes?
They like to do the yoga together.
Okay. Okay, so one more thing, as Jane said, that whenever we are bending back, she was trying to stabilize her lower back, right? See, the engagement of your abdomen is always going to protect your lower back. Like how you want to enter. If you want to enter, you have to always engage your abdomen. Okay. And how you are going to stabilize your lower back when you are going to engage your butt. Okay. The moment when you engage your butt, now you're not allowing your spine to get further down. Okay. So the moment when you're engaging your butt, your spine cannot go further down at the moment. But if you're engaging your abdomen, you will be protected, but you can get deeper into the posture. So what's that mean? In the beginning of the posture, when you want to enter, you have to always pull your abdomen in, then try to bend back from your thoracic region. Or if you're bending from your lumbar region, then again you just need to fix these things like engagement of your abdomen, engagement of your bust together. Okay. Now I just want to ask you, when are we supposed to stabilize our lower back? When are we supposed to engage our butts? What do you feel like?
You mean in which posture or?
Yeah, in the posture, when are we, in the beginning or at the end? When are we supposed to engage our butts?
Once you're in the posture, you've gone into the posture and got as deep as you're going to go.
Yes. So once you have got deepen into the posture, or once you have got the optimum level of the posture, I mean, if you feel like you cannot go further than this, this is your extended limit. You cannot go further than this. Now you need to engage your butts. But in the beginning, you don't need to engage your butts. If you're engaging your butts from the beginning, then how your spine is going to extend it backward? Because yes, it will not extend back. Okay, if you're engaging your butts in the beginning. So what's that mean? Engage your butts at the end. Do not engage your butts in the beginning or middle of the posture. Once you want to hold that particular posture for long period of time, now engage, and then it is going to strengthen your muscles. It is going to strengthen your, like, it is going to help you out to go more deeper. And what about your engagement of your abdomen? How are we supposed to engage that, and what time?
I think we should engage the abdomen all the time.
All the time. Very nice. So in the beginning, at the end, we are supposed to engage our abdomen. And how are we going to engage our abdomen? It's very easy to engage your butts, like squeeze and then you will engage. But what about your abdomen? How you're going to engage? While
By
inhaling or while exhaling?
exhaling.
Exhaling. What about you, Jane?
I was going to say whilst breathing in. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, it's fine. Yes. What do you feel like, Jane?
That's inhale.
Inhale. And what about you, Rekha?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay. And you, Pia, what do you feel like? How are we supposed to engage? Okay, so for instance, just take your right hand on your abdomen. Now inhale. How your abdomen is it getting pulled in or pulled out?
In.
Pulled in and
Out.
out. Okay, so while exhaling, how you feel like?
Out.
Okay, so here Jane was correct, as she said. See, when you're inhaling, maximum, when you are doing yoga, the maximum breathing we usually use that thoracic breathing. Okay, like most of the time we use thoracic breathing. Like let's suppose you are in the downward facing dog. You inhale, your thoracic region will get expanded out, but your abdomen gets pulled in. While exhaling, your lungs, your abdomen is going to pop out. Your lungs will start to squeeze, but your abdomen is going to pop out. Okay, so whenever you're doing yoga poses or anything, we usually do this thoracic breathing. Okay, so while inhaling, your abdomen gets squeezed, your abdomen gets engaged, but exhaling, your abdomen is going to be loose. Okay, while inhaling, we are going to engage our abdomen. Magda, you are also correct. Don't feel like it was wrong. See, when I'm exhaling, like now I'm doing this abdominal breathing. Now it's fine. Like while exhaling, now my abdomen is engaged. While inhaling, my abdomen is popped out, right? Because I'm doing here abdomen breathing. Maybe you did abdomen breathing. That's why you were saying that. So that was also not wrong. But in yoga, when the most of the time we will do this thoracic breathing. Okay. So let's suppose you are here in this cobra pose or urdhva hastasana, any forward bend. You may have felt your abdomen like move so much, right? Your abdomen moves so much. Let's suppose you're doing downward facing dog. Let's do downward facing dog, then you will understand it better. So what kind of breathing we usually do in this? Yes, Rekha ji, come on. So this is a downward facing dog. Now inhale. Is your abdomen going out or in? Yeah, रेखा जी डाउनवर्ड फेसिंग डॉग आपको हिप्स ऊपर करने हैं. हाँ, यहाँ पैरों को थोड़ा सा आगे लाइए, पैर को थोड़ा सा आगे लाइए, पैरों को, and then hold, and now pull your abdomen in while inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. How are you doing this? Let me know.
I feel like most of it's here, but I can also feel it in the center,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
the belly.
So when you were inhaling, maybe you were when the moment when you were inhaling, your abdomen was getting in, and then your abdomen was getting popped out. Okay. So this movement we do have in this yoga poses, maximum yoga poses. Okay, Magda.
So if you do, I found like when you are try to breathe with the abdomen, starting with the abdomen, but then it's going into thoracic breathing. I think it's going into this area.
Yes. Now inhale. Now your like air or that breath will start to come out from your thoracic to your abdomen to your nose. Okay. The maximum part.
Like even in thoracic breathing, is it not going in and out the same? It won't expand that much, but still going the same rhythm. Is it not like that? It won't go like that. You don't understand that much, but still if you put the hands in your lungs, like
see, we do have that
oh yeah, it's a different way. I just noticed that.
I forgot the name of that wall we do have in our abdomen. Actually, that wall we do have here, over here, when we are
Ribs.
breathing, is going to be expanded. Maybe Jane, no, it's not coming out from her mouth.
I've always fixed as the wall, I can't say it either, diaphragmatic wall.
Yeah, diaphragm, yeah, diaphragmatic wall. Yeah, the diaphragm we do have over here. When you inhale, that diaphragm start to pull up and your abdomen gets in. But when you exhale, that diaphragm start to expand it out. So this is the reason. Yeah, good job, Jane. So when you're inhaling, your diaphragm will come up high, and your thoracic region will start to expand it more out. While exhaling is going to be squeezed and your abdomen will start to pop out. So this is also reason when we do this abdominal breath, thoracic breathing, or this is also called diaphragmic breathing. Okay, the moment when you inhale is going to be expanded more out, while exhaling is going to be loose and your abdomen will start to get more like fluffy type.
So for thoracic breathing, it will have like a just the opposite of abdominal breathing.
Yeah, it is going to be opposite of your abdominal breathing. Nothing is opposite, but see, lost. Okay, this was all for today's session. If you guys want to ask anything about today's session, you may ask right now. Yes, Jane. Think of it. Yes, Magda.
Everything is clear. Thank you.
Okay. So how long have you been practicing, both of you?
I'm
Yes.
practicing for like 3 years.
3 years. Magda, you have already told us before, right? Yesterday. You were also there. Yes, Magda. How long you been practicing? 4 or 5 years?
Me, I'm practicing 3 years.
Okay, 3 years. And what about you, Jane?
I haven't is it I'm on and off.
Okay,
So
on and off.
I don't know, 20, 30 years, but on and off. So I have periods where I practice a lot, and I wanted to do this course to get into daily practice and really to get my alignment right
Oh,
and get.
did we have, like, when, like, 20 years back, were we that much aware of that yoga? Because I don't know about that much when 20 years back.
No, and
No.
I'm in the UK, and a lot of the classes were around just postures, none of the, philosophy, breathing, and that's what is lovely about this course, is to learn all of that. And I think I've done different types of yoga, so I've got bits and pieces. So this was an opportunity to really learn one in a, the best way.
Okay. So before, earlier, like 10 years back, 20 years back, we did not have anything. I mean, we had only postures about yoga.
That was my experience in the UK of the classes I went to, but I don't know other people's experiences.
Yeah, because if I go 20 years back, I'll be like 10 years, maybe 5 years, 7 years, somewhere like this. So that's what I'm asking.
Jen, I think the time difference is very huge now. What time is it in the UK now?
20 past 2. Where are you, Magda?
I'm in Indonesia.
Are
Oh,
you?
you're
And
in
what time is
Indonesia?
it there?
It's an hour and a half ahead. So I think, what time is it now? It's 23 past 8.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm originally
But
from Poland, so it's far away from Indonesia.
And then you're in the evening as well for the yoga teaching.
Yeah. All right.
okay, then I'm ahead or I'm behind of your time?
Where?
Yes.
What time?
It's like 7 p.m. here. When
Yes.
I went there in Indonesia, Bali, so it was like 2.5 hour difference is there.
Yeah,
in
because
India.
Bali is further from Jakarta. And where exactly are you located now in India?
It's in Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, Rishikesh.
Rishikesh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Great.
See you. Bye-bye. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Morning.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye.
Namaste.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
See you.